Hey everyone, welcome back to some Divinity Original Sin. Last time, we barely hopped into the game. We did this first little dungeon area that served mostly as a tutorial. We picked up a lot of seashells. Let me see if I can show those to you right now. Ooh, look at these. I hope I can use those for crafting. And we haven't even made it. I feel like we just made it past the tutorial. So, don't really know what to expect today. I mean, you can see that we're a bit worse for wear after last episode. I think I've already used one of my resurrect scrolls, which feels like a complete mismanagement of my resources. But this is my first time playing this, and I've also chosen to play it on Tactician, for better or for worse. So, let's see where this dungeon has taken us, because this is not looking like the beach that I'm familiar with.
Don't
okay,
tell me you're afraid.
you can see there's a guy named Bebius.
Bebius? You're ready to face an army.
Over here. Wonder if he's friendly or if that's going to be another combat encounter. Let me just make sure we're all healed up first. I'm actually a little bit surprised to see how long the cooldown is on this heal outside of combat. I guess I know it costs 6 action points to use, so maybe each action point takes something like 2 seconds of real time. Maybe more? Maybe 3 seconds of real time? Anyways, if we're going to heal for free without using any items, we might as well, right? Right. Let's look at my map real quick. All right, so this, I believe this is where we ran into those enemies, and this blue area kind of represents the dungeon we went into. The map is honestly pretty grainy and hard to see. Maybe this blue area is the roof of the building, like a mausoleum above the dungeon. So it kind of looks like we've returned. Let's just double check. It looks like we've returned. Yeah, exactly. Where we are. If I'm not mistaken, I think the cultists who stole, I think it was called the Bloodstone. The cultists went in this direction, so access the optional tutorial. Okay. Yep, we already did that. It's interesting to me that we can't loot these corpses. If there is a way, I'm completely missing out on how to. The game also looks a little bit better today because I found out that I was playing on the wrong resolution. Amateur's mistake on my part, I'm sorry, but I thought that it like auto chose the correct resolution. What is this? Holy Oblivion? Is that an Oblivion portal? That is actually a game. So I'm talking about Oblivion portals. But believe it or not, I've only played maybe like 1 hour of Oblivion. I bought the new version of it for PlayStation, and I couldn't enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed other Elder Scrolls games. And by other Elder Scrolls games, I mean Skyrim. I couldn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed Skyrim. So maybe one day that is a game I'll get around to. You found a shovel. If you find a suspicious looking mound, you may be able to dig something up. Okay, perfect. This is so much like Baldur's Gate. Ooh, mortar and pestle. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need that for crafting later. Fuse. 100% going to need that for crafting later. I wonder what's going on with this thing. Now that I'm on the right resolution, the game looks surprisingly good for something. Alright. She sells seashells by the seashore. That's what I want to say. Now that I'm on the right resolution, I can say this game actually looks pretty good for... I mean, I think this remastered copy that I'm playing is from 2016. I just got XP for maybe discovering an area, or maybe it's just for picking up 10 seashells. Whoa, whoa. I'm picking up these small ones. I almost missed the dang pearl.
Look! A wanderer comes my way, walking the sands upon which this poor shell must suffer.
This was Ishmashel. I wonder if that's a reference to what's his name? Ishmael? Is that the guy who's from... Ishmael's from a book. Is it the Moby Dick? Is this a Moby Dick reference? I never read Moby Dick. I have the cultural currency, but it's unearned. I didn't read the book. I just know the reference. You know, I just watched the YouTube recap. Who are you, Sir Shell?
Call me Ishmael, son of the sea, an outcast upon these wretched shores. An exiled shell, doomed to live under a canopy of arid sky, not his native, tender water.
I love somebody with a little bit of, what's the word, dramaticism in the way they speak, you know? I'm often guilty of talking like this in real life when it's completely inappropriate. You say that you are doomed?
My fate is a cruel one, I assure you. How many snot noses have held me up against their dirty little ears, only to claim they can hear the ocean?
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Of course they can hear her, the brats. We are on the very edge of the great aquatic mother, whose embrace I so desperately long for.
Oh, it's the sea's embrace you long for.
Yes, yes, I, King of Pearls, ache to
I got an achievement for that.
on his coral throne. Hurl me toward the water. Swing me as far as your arm's strength gives release. And treasure long sunk, I will grant thee.
I can't help it, man. I want to help him achieve his dreams.
What do you say, kind knight? Will you return the King of Pearls to the sea, so he may yield you long
I mean,
lost treasure?
Ishmael is probably valuable if I took him to the local farmer's market and sold his pearl, but... yeah, no, I'm not going to sell him to a local merchant. Kindness is its own reward. And then there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the sea. This also kind of reminds me of a Japanese myth. Though the details are kind of escaping me. There's something about like a stranded sea creature, turtle. I think it's a turtle. And then if you help the turtle get home, you're actually rewarded with like the underwater city's treasure or something like that. Correct me if you know the details. I'm Japanese. I should know the details, but...
kindness is its own reward. And then there's the promise of treasure to boot. Let's throw him into the sea.
I don't think my rogue would like that, actually. My rogue would definitely want to sell the valuable
And
pearl.
pass up the opportunity of simply taking him and selling his valuable pearl? I think not.
What's really funny about this game is because you're controlling two characters, you can just like have an argument with yourself, which honestly is a little bit relatable. I feel like you can do that in real life too. Okay, someone's sinking to the bottom of the sea here today, and if it's not him, it's you. Ooh, I can try to intimidate my rogue. Don't be so greedy. Indulge me, and let me return poor Ishmael to his throne. Though charming a rogue seems tricky. Rogues are adept at charm. How very short-sighted. A pearl is worth a few coins to be sure, but who knows what riches lie beneath the waves. Now that would 100% work on me.
How very short-sighted. A pearl is worth a few coins to be sure, but who knows what riches lie hidden beneath the waves.
And I get a chance to make a counterpoint. I really wonder what this will lead to. And maybe I'm not playing the game right by controlling both my characters. Either you agree to take him with us, or you will be thrown into the deep. But he called himself the King of Pearls, worth, I'm sure, a king's ransom. Who says he'll make good on his promise? This pearl is a sure thing. His words, however, are not. I kind of like the charm option, to be honest.
But he called himself the
What
King
is
of
this?
Pearls. Worth, I'm sure, a king's ransom.
Okay. Win a series of rock, paper, scissors matches to convince the other party. Put points in charisma to gain an advantage. Press space to skip rock, paper, scissors. So hold up. Am I playing rock, paper, scissors against myself, or is the... and like, who am I representing in this case? I'm assuming, since I have Dango selected, I'm playing on behalf of Dango, and maybe the computer will roll randomly for Mochi. Now, okay. Believe it or not, I'm actually quite adept at rock, paper, scissors in real life. And you might be saying to yourself, Mochi, there's no strategy in rock, paper, scissors. It's random. To that I say, not entirely. I think if you can put a certain read on people, you can make assumptions about what their default rock, paper, scissors throw is. For example, a lot of people who don't play rock, paper, scissors often, they will always default to either scissors or rock because it's very lazy. People who think they're good at rock, paper, scissors will often default to paper to beat rock. The thing about defaulting to rock, right, is when you throw rock, paper, scissors, you don't have to even move your hand. Like, your default in rock. So for a lot of people who don't want to put any thought or energy into it, that comes out. The reason I also say scissors sometimes comes out, though, is because when you say rock, paper, scissors, scissors is the last one. So sometimes that, like, influences the person who doesn't want to think too much about it. But I'd say that rock is probably, like... I'd say, like, rock is, like, 50% of the time, scissors is, like, 30% of the time, and then paper is like 20% of the time. I don't know if there's any actual data on this, but that would be my assumption. I think that the rogue would pick scissors. So I'm going to throw rock. There's also a chance that there's 100% random. So the rogue threw paper. Now this was, okay, I will admit that in this game, it might be fully random, but in real life, if my opponent threw paper first, I'm going to assume that they're going to throw rock next, because it's very common for someone to pick the counter to the thing they just lost to. So if I'm assuming that Mochi is throwing rock next, I'm throwing paper this time. Ooh, okay. Now, considering they threw paper first, then they did the thing that I assumed. Sometimes when you get caught like that and you feel like the person just read you, you actually just throw the exact same thing again. So we're going to throw down paper. Wait, did I just throw down rock or paper? Now I'm getting confused. Oh man, now I'm twisting up my brain. Okay, round one, they threw paper. Then I assumed that they thought I was going to throw scissors. So I threw paper, so I threw paper to counter the rock. Then I threw paper again. Okay, they got me. It's also totally plausible that it is just randomly picking. I'm just explaining my thought process. Now, what I'm going to do is... Sometimes if you throw the same thing twice in a row, the person assumes you're just going to keep throwing it. So they're probably going to throw scissors again. I'm going to throw rock. Can't wait to make a compilation of all the times I'm wrong at rock, paper, scissors. Okay, now we're going to play the Brain Destroyer, and we're going to go back. No, we're going to throw scissors, so we haven't thrown it yet. All right. And then we're going to double down. No, we're not going to double down. That's too obvious. We're going to throw rock. Oh. They'll never expect this. Now we're going to throw scissors. And then we hit him with the Brain Destroyer. We throw scissors one more time. Boom! And that's how you win an argument.
No, we'll do as I say, and there's an end to it.
Liberator, kind benefactor, bless me the might of your sea-bound witch.
That could have been 100% random, but the amount of dopamine I just got from doing that is insane. And this is why gambling is dangerous, kids. Do not gamble.
The sea, I have returned, where every wave feels like a whirlwind.
That could have been 100% random, but it felt like I just won because of the effort I put into it. Oh! Hello. He wasn't joking. I mean, to win rock, paper, scissors was a reward within itself. Mermaid's Kiss. Plus 9 HP seems pretty good. Can I equip that right now on... Not Dango, huh? Oh, wait, no. I understand. There was two equip options. One of them was default, just equip to yourself. One was equip on Mochi. How's my inventory space looking, by the way? Can I see my total weight? And is this my total space? If so, I'm gonna have to sell those seashells by the seashore. Alright, I'm gonna try not to ever say that tongue twister again while I'm recording myself play. There's no need for all of that. Ooh, another shell. Don't mind if I do. Might need this for crafting later. I'm going crazy right now. Okay, Waypoint Shrine. Waypoint Shrine, to me, that actually just sounds like a... Before I forget, let me just heal myself. Waypoint Shrine sounds like maybe a teleport? How does one save the game? There we go. That makes a lot of sense. It looks really scary, but it's actually quite helpful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need that shell. What else is going on around here?
Moat, my stubbly arse. You've been had by one of them smooth-talking salesmen again. Come, give here before I sober up.
Alright. I'm guessing maybe these two guys are extorting people who want to cross the bridge. What is this? The Adventurer's Field Guide, Volume 1. Well, I just happen to be an adventurer myself. I might need to read this. Don't mind if I do. The Adventurer's Field Guide. Actually, hold up. Before I forget, let me set a timer on my phone so that I know when to end this video. My last video I recorded ended up being an hour and a half because I didn't do this, so that's a little bit of inside baseball, but I definitely need to keep an eye on how long this video has gone on for. Anyways, back to the Adventurer's Field Guide. A true survivor can create weapons from what he finds in the wild. A tree branch deals some damage, sure, but a few nails lodged into the end will really drive the point home. If you prefer stabbing from a safe distance, give a dagger into the end of the thing. Drive a dagger into the end of the thing. I'm sorry, oh wait, no. I have to flip this page? Is this really? The Adventurer's Field Guide is just one page? Oh, it's recipes for homemade weapons. Yeah, that is quite cool. And we did find an extra dagger. And here's some branches. Okay, so how do we craft? Maybe that's sneak. Combine with... I have an extra knife somewhere. Maybe the extra knife is actually on Mochi. That would make sense. Can I send this to Mochi? Yes. Whoops. I've created an arrow shaft. I mean, that's not bad. Oh wait, I have recipes right here. Homemade spear is actually, it's any dagger and a branch. Maybe the placement matters? Any knife. Oh, what I had was a knife, not a dagger? Maybe there's a difference. Alright, well, look, 3 arrow shafts. I'm sure that'll come in handy if we find like a archer or some ranger, I guess would be the term. Let's head back. Can I go down here? No. Alright. Let's
Hold it right there, orc scum.
I thought they were gonna say save scum.
The Legion unchallenged.
Okay.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horde in sight, you know.
Yeah.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius?
Bibius.
Can't be too careful.
These
we are
guys
sworn to protect
Roman?
Sightseal.
Just who are you guys?
We're legionnaires, of course.
Who's this
But
button?
to look out for orcs, for they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm. We of the Legion, liberators of Riverlon.
I'm sure Sizeal is happy to have you guys guarding it.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, old chum?
Shh! Just pipe down, will you, Bibius?
Seems like you two have been enjoying a
Ever
drink.
kept the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored stiff. Boredom's a demon, buddy, and booze is the demon hunter. There. I do declare it's time for this hunter to take another shot. Huzzah!
They do say that idle hands are the devil's plaything. So you're liberators, you say?
Aye, a noble word for watchdog that, for that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat, and separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the sword, that is.
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay. Legion's motto.
Yeah, I'd rather let a professional handle that.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Bibius?
Well, it's nice to meet you two. We're actually source hunters, and we're here on business.
So, you're source hunters, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend.
Ah,
So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
All right, Bibius does have some jokes. I appreciate him.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
It allows to roleplay discussions between the two main characters. Honestly, I think my knight is okay going with this procedure. So he would just say, "The wizard sounds good to me. Lead the way."
The wizard, you say? Sounds good to me. Lead the way.
But my mochi, he would say, "I'm not going to be pushed around by two inebriates. I say we sober them up and quickly too."
Excuse me. I'm not going to be pushed around by two inebriates. I say we sober them up and quickly too.
Yeah, no, killing these men would anger the entire
No!
city.
Killing these men may anger the entire city.
You'd let these lowly grunts order us around. I thought you had more pride than that.
You'd let these lowly grunts order us around. I thought you had more
Baby, this
pride
might
than
be my
that.
game after all. All right. Let's test my theory. Last time they opened with paper, I'm going to assume they're doing something similar again. We're going scissors. Boom. And you know what? It's very common for someone to switch up to, I guess, rock after that. But that's what I did last time. All right, I don't want to explain every thought because you might get bored real quick, so I'm just going to go faster. No way. Shocked by that. No! Oh, man, I'm sweating. Okay, guys, what do I do? No, oh, frick, man. She's reading my damn mind. She's in my head, man. She's in my head. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Mochi won the argument. I guess we're
Very
gonna
well,
kill
have it
these
your
men.
way.
You defy the Legion, will you? The punishment for that offense is death.
I hope these two are like really bad people. Maybe if I right click them, it'll tell me some information about them. Like maybe this guy's like a registered SO. He's a permanent drunk. Level 2. This character has no talents. Yeah, I can kind of pick up on that. Wait, 78 HP is a little crazy? I don't want to kill Tuesday. Come on, man. Okay. Wait. 78 HP is crazy. I think we're gonna get killed. I think if I might have to flee. And I really don't want to kill Tuesday. I mean, look at the dang portrait, man. Tuesday's precious. Okay. Let's say I did have to kill Tuesday. How would I do it? I do have an inventory with some spells. So I could hit him with something like a toxic grenade. And then a fireball and create an explosion. Can I shoot an arrow without having a bow equipped? Or should I summon a wolf, actually? The wolf might give us the extra hit points we need to be able to beat this combat encounter. Can I do both? Can I summon the wolf and throw the toxic poison? I kind of like this animation. I feel like this might be a waste of my resources, but I'm really looking at the strength of these guys, and it's not looking good.
You cannot escape the noxious fumes.
Oh no, did I hit my own wolf? Okay. I don't want to be in that. I guess we'll go dog on dog. Okay. My dog's also almost dead. It's also kind of dumb that I did this because I can't really get in there. I can hit him with the fireball though, actually. All right. I mean, look, my summon, it wasn't a real animal to begin with, and it was gonna die no matter what. Maybe I can... Oh, it's gonna blow up from the gas. Okay. Sorry, summon. And then I guess I could stand in a place that stops them from escaping the fire. It protects my rogue a little bit. Oh, it also looks like it created some smoke. Oh, God. I'm glad I quick saved before this. Also, how is this guy unharmed? Am I crazy? Okay, I'm curious about if I can like shoot this arrow. It says shoot arrow. Action points. Wait, did I click shoot arrow? Alright. Maybe I can't. Okay. I mean, I could just run up to this guy and stab him. I think that would be enough. This area looks like it's not in the fire. And it looks like when you have two characters beside one enemy, you get some kind of flanking bonus. Now I'm starting to feel like I overkilled him. Or overkilled this group. Oh, wait, the fire has spread. I am on fire. How did that happen? It was... Maybe fire spreads naturally? I have a feeling that I'll be able to walk into this water afterwards. You know what? We're pretty fine as it is. Why don't we just... Oh, gosh, I'm still taking fire damage. Okay, let's please get out of the fire. Please get out of the fire. Okay, so we just murdered 2 innocent people who are guilty of day drinking, which I don't think that's an offense that's punishable by death. Now, last time when I made this character, I had told myself we're going to invest in perception as a way to increase our critical strike chance. But then when looking at what actually creates critical strike chance, perception only gives you a +1, so it doesn't really seem like it's worth it. Constitution, strength, or even speed might be better. Speed seems really important. Action points, you kind of feel strapped on action points. But I could just make him really strong. No, let's just give him 1 extra speed. I mean, 8 strength seems good right now. I feel like this is just an insurance speed. We might not increase it after this, but I'd feel a little bit better if you could just move around a little bit more. And it also looks like we get to invest into here. You know, interesting. It won't let me put a point into two-handed. I wonder if you need to hit certain levels before you can bring skills up to their second. Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, I get to put it into something completely new. What's this? I can put another point into crafting. Lore Master, I think it lets me examine enemies to figure out their weaknesses. I'm not going to have my knight do any nasty deeds, so it looks like it's really going to be probably in craftsmanship. Though I guess you could kind of like multi-class. If I put a point into one of these things, I might be able to just make him into a spellcaster as well as a knight. You know what? It's looking like it's actually quite flexible in terms of your options. Like, I chose knight at the start, but it looks like if I wanted to, I could just give him some like pyrokinetic abilities. All of a sudden he's shooting fireballs. Maybe. I like the idea of being able to blacksmith. I'm a big fan of crafting in most games, so why don't we try that out? And
Well,
for Mochi, oops.
There we have it. 2 dead legionnaires.
This feels wrong. We shouldn't have done that.
This feels wrong. We really shouldn't have.
Okay, my Mochi is not a psychopath.
I think you're right. We had no real
Let's
reason to
agree on
kill
this
them, and
one.
yet we did. In cold blood.
I wonder if there was a way that we could have incapacitated them. Like doing non-lethal damage. I wonder. Okay, so now what do I want for Mochi? Is perception really that good? Initiative, I guess, is decent. Starting action points could be decent for Rogue. Okay, before I look at that, I want to make sure I have lockpicking. Or do I want pickpocketing? That's tough. I definitely want a nasty deed. I think lockpicking before pickpocketing. Pickpocketing feels like something that you can always retrospectively go back and do for like all the characters in a town. Lockpicking helps you get into stuff as you approach it. So I'm going to start with that. And I mean, right now, Mochi's kit is really limited. So maybe just increasing her DPS. Or speed. Speed might increase DPS more if I get enough action points to attack twice per turn. Does it say how many action points I earn per turn? Do we want to assume that it's 7, like it's the amount of your speed? Maybe your perception is your initial action points at the start. Like, so 5 action points? And maybe you get 7 per turn. I don't know if that's true. I wish I was paying more attention in the last fight. But let's increase their speed. Speed and dex. It's one of those things where it's like, if you can attack twice, that's definitely going to do more damage than just having 1 extra point in dex. But we should focus on being able to attack twice in a turn first, and then after that... I should be looking at all this stuff. After that, we can go back to increasing their dex. Flour, I'm probably going to need that for crafting. Sharp, a fighting knife. Oh, okay, that's actually way better than what we have equipped. I don't know why. Okay, it was very hard to select it, to pick it up. But, is this my right hand or my left hand? Assume this is my right hand. I'm getting all fricked up. Okay, gold and these empty bottles. I'm like an empty bottle. And then crafting and cooking with Mardino. Read that real quick. Crafting and cooking with Mardino. A guide to urban and feral bachelors. Part 1. The Bachelor's Guide to Crafting. Because girls will put ribbons and bows on your clubs and axes, Mardino the all-knowing. That's so funny. It's like, this is crafting for boys. Whether you're lost in a metropolis or the untrodden wilds, a proper bachelor can craft all he needs to survive an orc ambush or a singles ball. I can just imagine like the 13-year-old boys asking for this book for Christmas. Let's have a look at some of Mardino's classics. A good arrow starts with its shaft. Oh, I know something about that. You can make your own arrow shafts out of any tree branch. All it takes is a knife. Then create your own specialty arrowheads to really surprise the enemy. But we'll leave that for another chapter. If you think a dagger takes you too up close and personal to an ugly enemy's face, try sticking it at the end of a tree branch so you can poke him from a bit of a distance. If you're not the stabbing type, glue 2 branches together and you've got yourself a staff. Part 2, The Bachelor's Guide to Cooking. Because girls' dishes take ages to come with too many vegetables. Ain't I right, boys? We just like meat. Mardino, the all-perceiving. Who gave him these titles? Prepare yourself for the most versatile dish around, one that I have dubbed the Sicilian pie. I keep wanting to say Sicilian. I know that's not what it is. It's... Maybe it is Sicilian. No, a Sicilian? Might just say Sicilian for now. All you need is a wheel of dough and whatever topping takes your fancy. Flesh, fish, or those funny mushrooms? Yours is the choice. Urban bachelors, prepare your pie and slide it in the oven. Barrel bachelors, prepare your pie and heat it over a low fire. There's an asterisk there. You can't go amiss with a Sicilian pie, the ultimate bachelor's sustenance. The delicious smell may attract hungry, savage creatures. Mardino cannot be held responsible for the death of pie-baking feral bachelors. Here are some of Mardino's favorites. First off, prepare your dough. All it takes is some flour and water. This is your base ingredient for bread, but you can turn it into cheese bread dough with cheese, or Sicilian pie dough with fish, or even a pizza with pizza sauce. To make pizza sauce, just smash a tomato with a hammer for all I care. Ha! I know some Italians would be quite pissed off at that description of how to make pizza. I'm so sorry, Tuesday. You didn't deserve that. You deserved better owners, to be fair, but you didn't deserve that. So sorry, I'm in heaven now. I should have saved that thumbnail for this video. Yeah, I've gotten the fish pie dough looks disgusting. There's a fish tail sticking out of that thing. And let me make sure that I'm healed. Oh, there's something going down over there. Oh, it's orcs, it looks like. Whoa! Okay, short sword, full standard issue bow. Let me also check this real quick. Pick up a hammer. That's a water barrel. I hope these guys don't die while I'm looting. Whoa, okay. We have,
Kill the unbeliever.
we're immediately getting back into combat. I'm not even fully healed yet. Whoops. Alright, I hope you guards are strong. Okay. I'm assuming you're not my friend. Okay. This is, honestly, this looks a little difficult. Let's start by flanking this person. Oh, I should have tested my theory on how many action points we have. Well, we started this one with 6 action points. Hit you with a quick... Actually, do I even want to use it on you? What? You're level 2. How much HP do you have? 94? Alright, we're using it.
Weakening wound!
I guess we can use fast tracked. I'm a little surprised. This honestly seems a little crazy. If I can hit this barrel, I might be able to get both of these guys. I wonder if that's worth it though. I've used my fireball, so maybe I don't really have a good way to do that. In that case, I could definitely heal my ally who needs it, but I guess, what is this, 42 HP? Okay, Mochi can get hit one more time, so we're going to just buff Mochi and take a swing at this person. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage. I mean, that was a crit. That was a crit. But 37 is higher than I thought, considering that the skills I was looking at were saying things like 11 damage. I wonder if we didn't kill those 2 guards, I wonder if they would have come and helped us here. Instead, I feel like we burned through resources and we're down 2 allies. And now I could definitely stand to heal Mochi. Oh, I still could hit him. I could still hit them potentially with this fire. I will take an opportunity attack though if I leave. And how many action points to throw this? 3 action points. But to get it down there, I'd have to spend my basic whole turn walking down there. I don't really like that. I think I'm just going to backstab this person instead. That did not work. What was that? Okay, it looks like we might still get a chance to hit him with the explosive. Should I wait one more turn before I heal them? I would like to kill this guy so Mochi can move without the opportunity attack. But yeah, let's do that. And we'll kind of put ourselves between Mochi and the enemies. This explosive barrel is so tempting. Though it might hit these guys. I don't know. Then again, I could also hit these 2. I'm sure. Oh wow, look at that throw. It's gonna let me clip this archer. Wait, I might be able to hit everything. I'm assuming if I clip the barrel, it will explode. Might be the greatest throw of all time. That is nowhere near where I aimed it. What the heck? Is it possible that there's like an accuracy to the throw? Because that was not at all where I threw that thing. That's a little disappointing. I think I'm going to 3 healing potions, huh? I think I'm gonna go invisible for now.
Shadows hide your loyal servant.
I don't want to end my turn beside this barrel. I am gonna make my way down here. So this might be mostly a healer. I wonder if my leader ability is actually affecting these guys. Or it said leader level 2, so maybe not. I wonder if going through that fire will do damage to me. I'm going to assume that it will. I also will take this opportunity to heal myself, just in case. Nice. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. How much health does this guy have? 94. And they've already killed this. Okay. It looks like my allies are quite competent. If that's the case, I don't even know if I want to reveal myself here. This is an oil barrel. Once again, let me check my inventory. I'm low on HP. This is a coward move, but I'm just gonna get over here. Might attack the healer next turn. The fire is gonna... Oh! The fire's gonna do a lot of damage to these archers, so I almost feel like I don't need to worry about them. They're just standing in it. Now, I wonder if I'm losing XP if I let these guys... No, I still got 150 XP for that. Alright. It's all looking quite positive. Gonna do that. Whoa, they swapped places. That's a cool ability. But that also gives Mochi something to do on their turn, which is to actually finally be able to backstab someone. If only I had enough AP for that. Wow. Okay. AP seems like a problem. And I just increased their speed, so I'm a little surprised. Okay, Mochi hasn't done anything. Okay, maybe a bunch of level 2 guys is not a big deal after all. Mochi, you gotta do something here, buddy. How many... I think last round I had 3 unused actions, which means that this round I got 7 skill points. Now, if I'm correct, having 8 speed does not lead to having 8 skill points given to you on your turn. That's okay. Once again, another turn of Mochi doing nothing. This really is what it's like to have a rogue on your team sometimes. Please, I want the last hit.
I'm fading. Fast. Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander.
How very curious. And how very
You know,
disappointing.
I'm realizing there's a flanking bonus, so even if Mochi is stealthed, it might be worth it to keep her around just to get the flanking bonus on an enemy. Because it looks substantial. Cannot reach this gold.
Take him before his time. Kill the last one of you. Far before his time.
Okay, I'm starting to have like a better idea of how much damage we do, what kind of scenarios that we can handle. Oh wait, you can loot certain corpses. Interesting. How come I can't loot this one? Maybe this was already here.
I'll kill a lot one of you. Much better with your guts on the floor.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need that for crafting later. I wonder if we can go on this ship. Doesn't look like it. Interesting ship design. It kind of looks like a lounge chair that you'd have beside a pool. Oh wow, I can go through here, eh? Good thing I checked. Oh, unidentified antique cloth shoes. There's a boat on fire. Antique cloth bracers. Better armor. This boat's on fire. Wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec. Wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec, wait a sec. What is this? Is this rain? Will this work? I'm a genius. They call me the smartest man in Sicily or Sicily. Oh man. I think I love this game. I think I might be in love with this game. Did I already check these? Nope, I would have taken that. You never know when you're going to need a pan for crafting. Okay, this I think I looked at already. I don't see anything down there. All right. I wonder if I can take this oil barrel. If I had enough strength, I could pick it up. And then we wouldn't need a mage. Because I would be the mage. Hello. Let me heal myself real quick. And you know what? We got a substantial amount of HP when we leveled up. Is this a person?
This ruckus sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel.
Very relatable thing.
Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicily.
Sicily. I'll get that right from now on.
You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend.
I love the cat
I'm
metaphors.
at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city.
I was summoned here by a cat?
So you were, and so you weren't. Behold! There we are. Meet my other half, Hunter.
Whoa, you have way more swag than I expected. I kind of expected like an old man to come out of that cat. This guy looks kind of sick.
Haha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one.
It's interesting. It seems like magic is still quite common, which makes me wonder what the difference between the source and the magic was. Because when I saw that intro cutscene, I thought source was magic.
So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Counselor Jake's murder.
Oh yeah, please tell me more about the murder. That's what we're here for.
It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same.
I love the fact that the cat metaphors continue even though he's back in his human form. It's like this guy spends so much time as a cat that he like sees himself as one, even when he's in human
Captain
form.
Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead.
The counselor has been murdered, so I assume there are some suspects.
So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts.
That's too simple. I know it's going to be way more complicated
She
than that.
seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink.
Okay. Though it could be like a double bluff where she actually is the sorceress.
Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow.
And where can I find the scene of the crime?
Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek.
Okay, here's the game plan. Before we interview the wife, we are going to investigate the scene of the crime. Maybe also talk to some people in the city, get as much information as we can so that when we speak to her, if there's any details that are contradictory to what we know, then we can kill her. Though I bet you it's not going to be that simple. Something else I'd like to discuss. Ooh, there's a lot of options here. It may interest you to know that the orcs we took care of were led by a human.
A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack.
That's so funny, man. Is this guy... Is he just the town wizard, or is he in charge of the town?
Yes, honest pay for an honest
And
day.
yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Those sorcerers that we saw robbing the tomb of the Bloodstone are working with the orcs. That makes a lot of sense to me. Dude, it's killing me that this guy has like a persona that he's 100% committed to.
News, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
What exactly is the trouble you've been having with the undead?
Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years, the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed.
Okay, so that's been going on even before all this mess started.
The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now.
Okay, Chekhov's gun right there. The magic-infused ballistae.
Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane.
I wonder if, like, undead is a normal occurrence in this world. You know, the fact that they've been fighting it for 2 years and he's not, like, shocked about it makes me wonder if that's just, like, one of the hazards of living in this world. From what I've seen and heard, this isn't the first time. Sorry, the conversations in the background are throwing me off a little bit, but from what I've seen and heard, this isn't the first time you've had problems with the marauding orcs.
Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The orc siege is yet another hairball stuck.
Alright, you're
in this
laying it
city's
on a bit
already
thick now. You can
choking
calm
throat.
down with all the cat
It shows
analogies.
no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools.
Alright, we got a lot to keep track of. There's even a potential for pirate's treasure. Do I even dare to ask this guy about his cat trick? All right. Tell me a little bit more about this cat trick of yours.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise?
I have no beef with the furry community. I actually think it's cool that you guys are doing what you do.
Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate.
And I support it, man. I don't understand it.
In the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill.
I'll defend your right to do that, sir.
But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds.
Thank you for enlightening me and just sharing your experience, because I didn't understand it, and I was not coming from a place of judgment.
I'm glad we've met, Source.
I got bonus XP for
and
asking about being a
we have
furry.
a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Nyan, good sir. Nyan.
Sorcery, sects, undead, orcs. Oh, looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Ahu mentioned?
Alright, that conversation is killing me. But, okay, it feels like we've been on the introduction of this game for a while now, but I'm going to end the video here for now. I think that as soon as we get into the city, I'll spend a whole bunch of time exploring and just looking at all the sites. So I think this is a great stopping off point, and I think that was a hilarious conversation on the way into the city. So thanks for checking out Divinity with me. I'm excited to have more of this coming along. I'm trying to do like maybe one video a day. We'll see how that goes, see if I can keep that up. I'm gonna have a busy weekend, and I wasn't able to create a backlog, so there might be like a day or two that are missing a video. We'll see. But anyways, if you made it this far, thanks for checking me out. Thanks for supporting somebody who has just started YouTube. That is very cool of you, and it's been keeping me going. And yeah, take care of yourself. Bye.